Can't schedule for shit. Okay, Kami, you know what time I stream, bro. What are you hassling me for? I stream at one time. Not. How's it going? MX, how's it going? Oh shit. See you. Seer, holy shit, dude. Long time no see. How you doing? I'm good, How you doing? Holy shit, I just realized I forgot to put my green screen up. Give me 1 second. Fuck, you guys are gonna... It's the way to do this. Let me just turn my camera off for a second. I'll be right back. Can't have you guys seeing the magic, you know? Ruins all of it. Okay, sorry, I'm back. Whew, wow, look at that, like it never happened. Wow. Good, good. I'm gonna try to catch streams more often. Nice, hey, good to have you, buddy. Are you finished? CY? Gonna get some ice cream? Ah, that's good. Shut the builder. Ahoy. Why would I do that? I know. COI? Yeah, I read off it in like 1 month once I finished volume 2. Ah, nice. Yep. Volume 2. How long did Volume 2 take you, though? Oh my god. For fuck's sakes. Cough. Couth. Let's. Too soon. Too soon. Too soon. Volume 1 was such a pain. Volume 2 was slowly growing on me, and then I binge read the rest. Nah, dude. Volume 1 for me was decent. 2 was bad. No, sorry. 2 was horrible. 3 was eh, and then 4's been really fun. Fuck, 2 was rough for me. Focus. Listen. Silent. Concern. Point. To enlist in the army. No. Oh, how's it going, man? Okay, Kami, I don't even know why I need to schedule. I stream at like the same time. All 4 or 5 of you fucks who ever show up or know exactly what time that is. Who the fuck even cares? I don't even... Yeah, crazy good for me at 5. Several people have said that 5 is like the peak of all of Lord of the Mysteries, like book 1 and 2. So I'm excited for that. Am I fucking stupid? Worse than 6 and 8 for me, but still peak. You see, that's weird because 7 is the best volume in Lord of the Mysteries for me. In my books, it probably goes 7, 8, 6. Then it starts getting close. 6, 4. 5, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2. Probably. Since I read it in one go, it's a bit blurry to remember which volume have which event, but 6 is definitely up there. Ah, cool. This is the point. This is the subject. This is the focus. This is the concern. Let's go! This is huge. Listen. 7 for me comes directly after COI 5. 7 comes after COI 5. Wow, that's high praise. Most fun arc. Wow, really? Is that when I'm gonna guess, based on my very limited knowledge right now, that is when they go to the lost city of Marora? I don't know, but that's what I'm assuming. Maybe it's not the whole volume, but that's part of it, maybe? God, I wish Thursday was here. What's happening Thursday, Chris? A metal airplane, A ring made of like metal stuff? That's stupid. That was dumb. My flight? Ah, nice. You will see, but 6 for COI is as peak as 6 for... Oh, I praise. Jeez. Is 6 your... Okay. I'm curious. What is your guys' best volume in Lord of the Mysteries? Try to stay in a hotel? Yeah, that does to get to you after. What's your guys' favorite volume in Lord of the Mysteries? I'm curious. Just forget COI for a moment. Just Lord of the Mysteries. What's your favorite volume? No, don't say 6, 7. Don't say 6, 7, Harsh. Pick one. Don't say 6, 7. God, you child. Wow, it's nearly 6 across the board, eh? Wow. I rate 6 third in Lord of the Mysteries, but your guys' favorite? I love him on, so it's no-brainer. Ah, that's incredible. All right, good for you guys. Big cup clue. Wait, what's second for you? Oh, it goes... Sorry, for me it goes 7, 8, 6. No. 4 is shit. Not shit, but you know, not in that. I would put 7, 8, and 6 in like a league above. In like a league above the rest. At the end of 4, he kills George. Yeah, end of 4, he kills George. No. End of 5, he kills George. Sorry, Seer. End of 5. End of 4, he kills Thing. End of 5, he kills Ince, becomes a demigod. 5, he kills George, becomes a Scholar of Yore. 3, sorry. And then he becomes Miracle Invoker at just at the end of 6. Yeah. 8 was good, but it was really short. Fair. Then he got to yeah, exactly. And then he gets back. He's like, "Oh my god, I can't believe I pulled that off." And then Amon's like, "Really shouldn't leave those marionettes everywhere, you know." Oof. Becomes a Miracle Invoker at the start of 7, and it might be a start of 7. I was thinking end of 6, but it might be start of 7. End of 6. Oh yeah, you're right. End of 6 is breaking the sea, like Lightbringer. Yeah, you're right. Opening the door for the City of Silver. Yeah. I count 7 and 8 in my volume. It's so short. Fair. I'm leaving this, bro. I'm not getting it today. No advancement in 6. Yeah, and this is your guys' favorite. Cringe. So can't do quite this because there's 2 bats on this side, and this bat's bigger. But then that wouldn't account for that much, you know. At most this. What the fuck? Try out the link I sent for what? For what? Yeah, 8 got the best content, but it's like 50 chapters, so it's barely a volume. Listen, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, it doesn't count. Okay, cringe. Bro, what link did you send, Seer? Where did you send it? What? Am I dumb? Join Rube? Yeah, will do. Oh, God. Does YouTube? Yeah, send it on Discord. Only mods can send links on YouTube, unfortunately. Kami, if you could start music whenever you have a sec, that'd be great. Got him. Take here, nice. And do you have a ranking of all volumes, book 1 and 2? I haven't put 2 yet. Quick question, Darth Vader of Balrog of Moria? Who the fuck is Balrog of Moria? Who the fuck is that? Bro, I don't know anything about Lord of the Rings. I'm not gonna, I've not read a single, I know nothing about Lord of the Rings at all. I don't legit, I've never seen anything, I've never read anything, I have no fucking clue at all. Zero. What I will say is that Darth Vader had not even watched the movies, never seen them. I will say Darth Vader was the chosen one. He was born half of midichlorians. He was literally Jesus of their world. I feel like he takes it, but I don't know, man. I'm just saying shit, honestly. Ain't no what? Who made this? Seer, did you make this? Who made this? Shut the fuck up. Who made this? Oh my god. Oh my god, we might be doing this all, we might be fuck read it, bro, this might be the stream today. What the fuck? It's so peak. It's so peak. What the fuck is this? I don't know if there's book 2 things in here, bro. This is nuts. Bro, just the fucking... Oh my god, this is so cool. I don't... Daily... Does it give me some hints? Susie. Oh, this is so cool. Oh, hold on. Okay. So, not of the visionary pathway. Not a dog. So much I don't know why I went with Susie. That's so stupid. Female. Okay, Susie has 2 affiliations if I'm being vague. Susie has a Tarot Club association and she has Psychology Alchemists. So one of those is right. So it could be either the Tarot Club, it could be a Psychology Alchemist. 5th epoch. Okay, so current epoch. So female. We're gonna Sharon, Miss Bodyguard. Okay, same. Okay, so I'm assuming an association with the Tarot Club. This is so. Okay, human. Well, there's a devil dog too, so that's why dog is a species. Oh my god, this is so cool! What the fuck? Okay. Hold on. Okay. Female, not of those two pathways. Madam Dilly. Church the God. Okay. Oh, Tarot Club, idiot. Force. Oh, Tarot Club is not the thing. Shit. Okay. So what does... So the person we're looking for has 2 affiliations, one of which matches with Susie and Sharon. What the fuck? Okay. What is this one? Is this when they're introduced, maybe? This is probably when they're introduced. So it's... I'm the plug of... Dude, this is so cool! Okay, so they're introduced later in the series. There can't be someone like Cat... Oh! Bernadette. Bernadette Gustav. Bro! Sequence... Okay, I'm being so stupid! I've gone through 3 sequences! I'm so stupid! Okay, hold on. I'm not stupid. Hear me out. I'm not stupid. Shut up. Okay, let me think. I don't even know why I'm saying let me think. Like someone's stopping me. Bro, you guys are gonna see how much of a fraud I am. Ancient Sun God. Nah, we're not gonna do that. Alista Tudor? No. So not of the Evernight Church. Try Aucuses, probably sequence 0. Why the... You want me to go with Leo Darrow? Wait. Okay, I have to search him up. Bullshit, bro. He should be here under Leo Darrow. I refuse. Wait. No. Oh, 50 Puck. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Oh, 50 Puck. Yeah, you're right. 50 Puck. What the fuck is orange? Where are you seeing orange? You got an orange? Oh, you got an orange. Oh, you're playing. I'm stupid. Okay. I don't know the pathway either, which is annoying. Do we know anyone of like... Do we know any females of the sailor pathway? What would this be? Okay. 50 Puck female introduced later in the series. At least volume 3 onwards. Who did we interact? So, volume 3 were Traveler. So I would have gone with like Cat Leia, but Tarot Club doesn't work. Do I want to go with a demoness like Trissy? I know she's too early, but... Wait! Could... Oh, you think Madame Ailment Tracy? Oh, that might not be horrible. Or... Okay, pathway does orange mean substitutable maybe for Eric? Yo, how's it going, man? How you doing? Holy shit, long time no see, buddy. How you doing? Orange on Demoness means red. Okay, it does mean red priest. Okay, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking interchangeable. A female who's a female of the hunter pathway in the 5th epoch. Hunter pathway beyond. Bro, I'm not gonna know. It's gonna be some fucking one mentioned person, isn't it? For sure. I tried. Who the fuck is Helene? Saintess of White? Try to guess the volume? Try to guess the volume. Can I guess like Dantes? Why does he... Fuck. I was hoping I could use like Klein's different personas to pinpoint sequences. Helene is the girl Klein disguised as two... Oh, the red-haired bitch. I am so sorry. Why did I call her a bitch? I'm so sorry. Someone called her. Who the Okay. Stop. Okay, just logically think. If it's of the Red Priest pathway, it's probably someone something Sauron. Fuck. Something Einhorn. Something Medici. Come on. What? Try the girl apprentice neighbor of Dantes? Are you thinking apprentice or are you thinking the Marauder pathway seer? Because I know Dantes had a... Dwayne Dantes had a... Dwayne? No. Edwina? They go with a friend, yeah. Elizabeth? No, but he's trying to get the we're trying to get the sequence. We're trying to get the sequence and the volume. Fuck. Oh my god, her name is like at the tip of my tongue. This is so frustrating. Kilongos. Quanos Kilgore? Maybe. Fault. Fuck it, I'm looking at Hazel! Thank you! Hazel Macht. Oh, come on! God damn it. Okay, I need a woman from the 3rd volume, so Helene. Not. So, 5th volume. Bro, Hazel? Yeah, what's 5th volume? What's 5th? 5th is George. Oh, 6 or after. Someone from the City of Silver? But no one in the City of Silver had Demoness. Take out the City of... take out Volume 6. Volume 7. Volume 7 or 8. 7 or 8. It's either Giant or Evernight pathway? No. Not. It's the... Wait! Demoness is orange as well? Oh, yeah. No, I'm sorry. I fucking knew that. I'm sorry. It's the Red Priest pathway now. It's the Red Priest. We know this. Fucking stupid. Just to confirm this, I will go with Anderson. Fuck it. Why not? Red Priest pathway. Yes. Okay, good. But it's not a sequel. But it's not a sequence 5, 4, 2, 7. So it's a 9, 8. 9 or 8, or it's really, really high. It's going to be a sequence 9 Hunter... Something Hood? Hood? Was like... I feel like there was like a... I think I found it, but who the fuck is this? My bad, I was on low quality. Red Hermit as Hunter. You're not gonna figure out who it is. Yeah. It's looking like it. Hold on. Okay, how many guesses do I have? 9 out of 20. Oh, I got 20 guesses. Give me a chance. Volume 7. Oh! Oh! So it's gonna be someone... I tried Archbishop... No, that's what I'm thinking, Kami. You remember in Volume 7 when he does the wish-granting machine? And then afterwards, when there's like a group of Beyonders that come by. They're named, because I was like, where the fuck are we getting these guys' names? They're never gonna show up. Who gives a fuck? There's like a set of Beyonders that go after Merlin, because they're like, who the fuck is this guy? He's granting wishes. This must be a genuinely unbelievable Beyonder. Like, yeah, no shaking fucking idea who this is, bro. I don't know those guys' names. You're kidding. Stop it. Were at the Evernight Church? No. Because it didn't happen in Alone. It happened outside Alone. So it was a different church. It was a different church. And if it's like if it's a church from like Intes, like EBS or whatever, it's not impossible that it's of the Red Priest pathway. Found it? I was close? Was I close? Pasha? I don't know that name at all. I'm not even gonna... Damn. Okay. But my like thought process wasn't... I don't know who the fuck Pasha is. Like, I've never heard that name before. Don't... You can do a random one too? Okay. Let's do a... Okay. Can we do one random one? I'm sorry, guys. We're gonna do like 5 chapters of reading today. Okay, we're not gonna do much reading, but this is so cool. What the fuck? We can do this. Okay, we're definitely doing this every day. What the fuck? Okay. The 4 with Merlin, Roy, Biles, Phil, I don't know who the fuck those guys are. The ones he finds in like the random ass fucking town. Oh, not the Beyond. Not the official Beyonders. Yes. The ones where like these guys would be dead as fuck if if Merlin wasn't here. I remember him. Okay. Who's like the most basic bitch? You wanna go? I'm gonna go with Miss Shara. I love her. Okay, she's not basic. I just wanna go with her. A human male in volume 2. 5th epoch. A human male in 5th volume. A human male in the 5th volume. Lawyer Jurgen Cooper. Male human Beyonder 5th epoch. Male human Beyonder 5th epoch. Male human Beyonder 5th. Male human Beyonder volume 2. Male human Beyonder volume 2. Male human Beyonder. Fucking, there's a lot of them, man. What's the fucking name of the... Merrick. If I didn't get him, you guys are gonna yell at me. Sequence 5, Volume 2. Hey, nice. I consider Bernard, maybe? Not of the Paragon. Isengard. Oh, the detective. Yeah, no, but he's too low. Sequence 5. Like, we're talking someone strong. Decently strong. Hunter? Anderson? Anderson was sequence 5. Fuck it. I found the random one instantly. Fuck off. Ugh. Okay. Okay, I want to get Pathway because that'll help. Oh, Tarot Club, Church of the Goddess. Okay. Tarot Club, Darkness. Oh wow. Okay, that helps so much. Okay. Darkness Pathway. So that is the Sleepless Pathway. Sleepless. Adrian. Male. Aaron, how's it going, man? Male human Darkness Pathway Volume 2. Maybe something to do with Evernight. Maybe something to do with Tarot Club. Probably something to do with Evernight. Because Darkness Pathway. Darkness Pathway Volume 2. Darkness... I don't have that much to do with the church in Volume 2, though. It's gonna be some random fucking Beyonder from fucking church whose name I'm not gonna remember. Crescent Sesame? Yeah, he was introduced in Volume 1, so I can't be. I thought, genuinely, he was the one person whose fucking name I remember for some fucking reason. Stevenson? Is he Anthony Stevenson? Oh, wow. Not good pull, Kami. MX, we're doing random, buddy. The dude that created the chains? Celeste? Yo! Nuts! That was so good! What the fuck? Oh, that was so peak. That's awesome, guys. Holy shit, this is such a fun game. Bro, my stream was 3 minutes too late. I didn't realize. Stupid. Holy pull, though. Genuinely not. That was so goated. I was gonna say one of the captains. Yeah, sequence 5. Wow. More. Alright, guys, do we do one more? One last one before reading? One last one? Holy random pull. Let's go, boys. Next round. Okay. Okay, quick one. Okay, I'm gonna focus this quick one like I'm delaying it. Sharon. This is gonna be... This is gonna... Fucking 0. Ankvald. No, not Ankvald. Ankvald, yeah. No, not Ankvald. That's stupid. Ancient Sun God. Male. That doesn't help me at all, bro. A male non-human? Ankvald? Dude, I might not even be that wrong, though. Dude, Ankvald was a better guess! Arcuses. No, what the fuck is his name? Leo... Not human, not... So, Visionary was dragon, Sun was human, Tyrant was human, White Tower was human, Hanged Man was... Lord of Storm? Yeah, but he's human. And it's not human. Third Epoch, non-human... But Hermes was human, no? Technically his rabbit? No. Male, third epoch. No, harsh, human. God of Knowledge? He's a dragon? Wait, the God of Knowledge is a Do we know this? You guys are lying. It's not dragon. It's not dragon. I'm stupid. It's not Ankvald. We know that. Fuck. But wait, what is the God of Knowledge is a dragon? I thought it was just a visionary. What? Bro, what? All the fucking intelligent, all the intel builds are dragons? The fucking, what? Ormir? Oh, maybe Ormir for giant. What is this pathway? What is this pathway? Okay, so we've done Visionary, we've done Sun God? Okay, what the fuck? He's not Visionary, he's not Sun, he's not Tyrant, he's not White Tower. Hanged Man. Who's Leo Dara? No, That's Lord of Storms. What am I talking about? Hanged Man, Hangman, Hangman. Who would be Hanged Man? Sonya Theron? You think so? No. What the fuck is going on here? Am I stupid? Hanged Man? But that's not a thing. Oh, you think Kvasir? No, not Kvasir. Oh, this is so stupid. Of course, it's a fucking... Okay, I honestly didn't even think about True Creator. I honestly... Because True Creator in my mind is just the ancient sun god. Like, I didn't even separate those two. That's on me. I'm not gonna... That might have genuinely just been... Was that rage bait, though, to get you to watch longer? Who knows? No, it was not. I fucking forgot it. Alright, that's it. Alright, those of you who are watching the video, thank you so much for coming. Like, comment, subscribe, all the regular stuff. You guys know how it goes. Alright, that's it. Thanks, guys. Alright, sorry, yeah, we were also recording that. Okay, that's gonna be a great video. What the fuck? Jason Bedia and Isengard Stanton? Jason Bedia is the demon, right? Okay, boys, I'm not gonna lie to you. We're gonna read like 5 chapters if we're lucky. Can we just do 0 reading today? Can we just fucking detective shit? Can we just play like... Can we just do a Valorant stream maybe? Would you guys be down for that? What if we just do like a What if we just do like a chill Valo stream? How's that? Fuck no? Please, pretty please. Come on. Come on. No, I'm just kidding. That's alright. Let's do a couple chapters. Come on, no one wants to donate me a couple good skins, baby. Come on. Come on. 1 or 2, boys. Just 1 or 2. You never need to. No one needs to know. I'd rather listen to True Creator stimming than Valorant. So mean. This is like, have you guys ever seen that video where the guy's like, they're all playing like, what the fuck, Rainbow Six, I think they were playing Rainbow Six or whatever, and one of the guys goes, would you guys be there for me if I was going through something? And I'll go, no. I hope whatever you're going through is terrible. I can't wait to go to your funeral knowing that I could have changed that outcome. Amidst the dizzying sensation that threatened to separate his body from his spirit, Lumin saw trees that seemed to slumber in the darkness. So, I don't know who Smitty's gang is. Finally, he removed the glasses from his nose. Even an ascetic wouldn't be able to wear the mystery-prying glasses for long, but this ensured his safety to an extent. Though this prying, Lumin confirmed this 2 things. First, the area beneath Hisoka's home was indeed unusual, but it seemed more like an illusory symbol than an entity. It indicated that this place had once been corrupted or influenced, with the most severe occurrences taking place underground. How did it go? Maslow asked. The abnormality I saw here originates from a black boulder deep in the primitive forest. Have you ever seen or heard of such a thing? Ryaza and Maslow shook his head. Lumin wasn't in a rush to do the second thing he had planned for. He glanced at Ryaza and said, I thought that with your arrival, some people in the town would gradually leave and stay in Port Pylos for a time. As you know, the Dream Festival should start soon. Based on my experience, except for those who have only arrived in the past 2 weeks, it's best not to leave this place and go elsewhere to prevent any abnormalities from spreading, Riaza said. Very standardized. I thought you would consider the opinions of Intasfin upon the other kingdoms. Yes, this is likely because the Dream Festival has never shown direct harm. It only caused some townsfolk to suffer from hysteria and attracted an attack from the primitive tribe. The first situation could be resolved by a simple mass. The second could be guarded against. Since there weren't any major issues, they would act as if the Dream Festival didn't even exist, merely advising the local official Beyonders to be vigilant, while hoping the Church of the Fool could resolve the hidden dangers. If they did more, it might trigger something and worsen the situation. After discussing the matter, LEMMiNO recovered from the discomfort caused by the mystery prying glasses and took out the Eye of Truth and placed it in front of his face. The relatively handsome southern continent native's eyelids twitched at the sight of the pale white flesh. Dark blood vessels like earmuffs and spectacle temples, as well as the blood-colored lens. How many glasses does Louis Barry own? Moreover, each item is a mystical item. After donning the Eye of Truth, LEMMiNO surveyed his surroundings. As he did, a voice spoke, growing more and more louder and chaotic with each word. Each note and word seemed to materialize, flooding LEMMiNO's mind. It made him feel as though his head was expanding like a balloon. And if the balloon continued to expand, there would only be one outcome: bursting. LEMMiNO reached for his ear, ready to remove the Eye of Truth at any moment. He seized the opportunity to scrutinize Hisoka. He believed that it was safer to take the risk of prying into this house's secrets before the Dream Festival, while not inside the special dream. Through the purple lens, LEMMiNO couldn't discern much of the truth. Everything appeared similar to what he could see with the naked eye. Without hesitation, his eyes bulged and his blood vessels appeared on his body. He abruptly removed the Eye of Truth. LEMMiNO's mind was in a disarray, overwhelmed by a barrage of information. At that moment, even if someone were to ambush him, he wouldn't be able to react. After more than 10 seconds, LEMMiNO finally regained his ability to think. The art of sophistry, how to cultivate superior wheat seeds, caning techniques, how to roast pork, music to soothe the sow's emotions, the revelation of Evernight, favorite positions of celebrities. What the fuck is this? Can't there be anything useful? Although Aurora had been tormented by the hidden sage installation of knowledge, she had at least stumbled upon valuable insights. Wait, had she also been corrupted by such knowledge? And LEMMiNO looked at the two of them and said, "I'm going to the edge of the forest to take a look. Are you coming?" Riaza nodded, stingy with words. If Camus was here, he would undoubtedly say, "Do I have a choice?" LEMMiNO mused. They then left Hisoka's home and made their way to the primitive forest. After crossing the intersection and arriving at another street, LEMMiNO noticed a four-wheeled carriage. An attendant and a lady maid stepped out of the carriage, and a man and a woman followed. The man was attired in a dark grey formal suit and half-top hat, his complexion resembling that of someone from the northern continent. The woman wore a light-coloured dress that allowed for ease of movement and a feathered hat, adorned with pearls. LEMMiNO averted his gaze and said, "Is it the weekend?" "No," Maslow replied. "Ladies and gentlemen often find time to hunt in Tizamo, not just on the weekends." "You didn't seal off the area?" LEMMiNO asked. "That would only cause panic," Riaza responded. LEMMiNO didn't press any further, walking out of town. He delved deeper along the path he had become familiar with in the dream, towards the forest, finally arriving at the chaotic zone in reality. It was an unremarkable place, indistinguishable from its surroundings. LEMMiNO found a palm tree and sat down, turning to Riaza. "Keep an eye on my surroundings. I'm going to sleep here." He wanted to see what would happen if he fell asleep on the source of the abnormality. If he could enter the peculiar dream, and in what state. Receiving affirmative responses from the two patrol team members, LEMMiNO closed his eyes and attempted cogitation. After an unknown period of time, he awoke. Catching sight of Riaza and Maslow, LEMMiNO rose to his feet. This place doesn't work either. Is Hisoka's home the only one? LEMMiNO gazed back at the forest and said, "Let's go back." The trio returned to Tizamo. The late night had settled in and the streets were devoid of passerbys. Occasionally, the snorts of the livestock on the ground floor of the building could be heard, accentuating the darkness and silence. On this night, Lumen walked through the muddy road, heading towards the motel. Suddenly, Lumen's mind spun and his vision blurred. He scanned his surroundings, but noticed nothing. At that moment, in a vacant house on the ground, a dim candle illuminated. Immediately after, the glass window on the street were set aglow by the light of candles. Rhea awoke to find that the darkness had descended, but the candles continued to burn, indicating it wasn't too late. Feeling lazy, Rhea had no desire to prepare her own food. Carrying her bow and arrow, she left the room and exited the police headquarters, making her way to Boonia Cafe, the streets nearly deserted as they were every night. Rhea glanced at the tables and approached the kitchen counter, whispering to the waiter and owner a glass of casa and beef and a beef burrito. Boonia paused. His naturally curly hair gave him a mixed blood appearance. He looked at Rhea with an obvious strange smile. Rhea knew Boonia well and knew that he was shy and kind. Boonia fixed his gaze on Rhea and chuckled. "You've got big boobs." Bug, how's it going, buddy? And you were on the first chapter? Well, of course, Bug. We were waiting for you, you know? I just started reading like 10 minutes ago because I was distraught that Bug wasn't coming, you know? I was like, Bug isn't coming. I guess I must read. I can't keep you all waiting forever. He hath abandoned me. It truly is over. Don't say preach, Bug, like you weren't just enjoying what we were doing, Chris, okay? Don't make it sound like we weren't having fun. Upon hearing Boonia's words, Rhea was so surprised that she forgot her anger. It wasn't the first time she had encountered such, but she was shocked that a man who had left such a good impression on her would say such a thing. At that moment, Rhea wondered if she was still half asleep, considering whether Boonia had suffered a mental illness maybe. Amidst the bewilderment, Boonia's smile intensified. He extended his hand and attempted to grab Rhea's chest. Rhea leaned back, trying to dodge. After failing to touch her, Boonia retracted his hands, propping himself up on the kitchen counter and leapt. He lunged at Rhea. This reaction cut Rhea off guard. She didn't even have time to remove her bow and arrow. And her right foot kicked up like the end of a seesaw, sending Boonia flying. Has he lost his mind? Boonia crashed through the kitchen counter. Rhea exerted strength on her back and stood up, then took off her hunting bow and knocked an arrow. The look of fear crossed Boonia's face. Don't kill me. I just lost control. Looking at Boonia's face, Rhea found him both familiar and unfamiliar. The arrow was drawn back, but she didn't release. Entering the streets of the town, Lumen observed the illuminated houses. Is this supposed to be terrifying? This wasn't the first... Kami, if your head's hurting, or if you have a headache, just go to bed, man. It's all good. It's all good. I'll figure out the music. Don't worry about it. Go to bed. This wasn't the first time he had encountered such a scene. In the Fourth Epoch Trio, he had witnessed similar occurrences. Not only had the town grown dark and regained its light, but the entire town had transitioned from silence to noisiness. Because I gotta go somewhere in an hour and a half? I see. It's 4 a.m. Why are you up? I appreciate you. Love you, buddy. Faced with this abnormality, Lumen was undoubtedly surprised and vigilant. However, he wasn't overwhelmed by the emotions. He realized that Riaza and Maslow had vanished. The two patrol team members who had been following him were gone. Since he can silently make the two Beyonders disappear, it can definitely make me vanish. I must have been affected. From a mystical perspective, the town, which has already fallen into a sleep, relighting without any significant turn of events, signifies that I'm in another scene, one that is related but different. Chris, I can't get to 680, man. I can't. I would have to read 9 more chapters. Come on, you can't do this to me. Could it be that I've been forced into a dream? As the dream festival began, I didn't sleep in Hisoka's house. Combining with the ongoing investigation, LEMMiNO deduced the situation. At that moment, he spotted a figure emerging from the glass window. A local man in his 40s. LEMMiNO had seen him before. He was a hunting guide. LEMMiNO's impression of him was that he always wore a fawning smile. No matter what others said, he would respond with a string of affirmatives. Upon seeing LEMMiNO, the hunting guide smiled. "Die, you northern dog," revealing a double-barreled shotgun. As the guide cursed, he aimed his shotgun at LEMMiNO and pulled the trigger. A massive amount of lead spread out. As the guide took aim, LEMMiNO sidestepped and rolled to the side. What greeted his eyes were the previously quiet sheep and cows. At this moment, their eyes turned bloodshot. Supporting himself with one hand, LEMMiNO leapt up amidst the high-pitching mooing and the hunting guide's aim. He leapt to the middle of the stairs. A scream pierced the air. The door on the second floor flung open, and LEMMiNO, confronted by a man drenched in blood, wielding a massive axe dripping with blood. Behind him lay a mangled corpse of an old man in his 50s, with a carved-out chest. LEMMiNO, who had been wandering the town for days, was no stranger to these men. Lying on the ground was the leathersmith of Tazamo. The axe-wielding figure was his eldest son, who studied nitrification, tanning, and other leather production techniques, known to be an obedient young man. This was a characteristic of the people in Tazamo. They were docile and calm, and now it appeared the leathersmith's eldest son had just cleaved his father. Upon seeing LEMMiNO, the lad's eyes overflowed. With a shout, he swung his axe at LEMMiNO. On the other side, the hunting guide began reloading his shotgun. Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's so fucking sad when I lose viewers when we start reading. Like, as in, we just have more fun if I'm just playing games and shit. I should just fucking be a variety streamer, just play games at this point, fuck it. It'll go over way better. LEMMiNO's body suddenly turned ethereal as the man swung his axe at LEMMiNO. And on the other side, the hunting guide began to reload his shotgun. Shadow transformation. After using the ability to sneak towards the police headquarters, LEMMiNO heard a sound of someone pleading. He left the shadows and became a human again, seeing Rhea aiming a window at the cafe owner. At that moment, a colossal anaconda as thick as a barrel emerged from the hay at the top of the opposite house. It widened its eyes and mouth. This time, LEMMiNO didn't dodge. Get to 72? Harsh, no problem. In an instant, the blazing white flames ignited his fist, enveloping his entire forearm. LEMMiNO's fist smashed into the colossal boa's gaping maw, tearing through the blood-colored flesh. Before it could devour its prey, would you abandon us? In a heartbeat? Never, buddy. The boa's eyes lost their luster, its massive body plummeting due to the inertia, but LEMMiNO easily sidestepped. The boa crashed to the ground, its scaled body engulfed. LEMMiNO approached Rhea, noticing the patrol team member. "Looks like you're still lucid," LEMMiNO said. "Lucid?" Rhea said. "Yes. Did he attempt to attack you or rape you?" "Yeah. What's happening?" "Perhaps we've entered the dream again, but this time we are not alone." He made a preliminary judgment based on Rhea's lucidity. Perhaps the reason for maintaining his own clarity was falling asleep in Hisoka's home and entering the special dream. He needed to find Camus. Upon hearing Louis' response, a sudden term flashed through Rhea's mind. Before she could voice her thoughts, the sound of 3 chimes rang out. "It's a cathedral bell," Rhea said. cathedral. Let's go investigate. Alright, Rhea said. She lowered her bow and followed Lumen towards the cathedral. Bunya's expression fluctuated between longing and hatred, but he didn't pursue. Lumen and Rhea sprinted at breakneck pace in mere seconds, traversing the distance. Padre was already standing at the cathedral entrance, but he was no longer clad in the EBS clergyman robes, instead donning a dark and intricate designed robe. The Padre, with dark brown skin and sunken eyes, gazed at the empty square. He beheld a Bible aloft and shouted, "I hereby declare the commencement of the Dream Festival. During the festival, there are no taboos or restrictions, free to do as you wish, including harming and killing. Revel and unleash your emotions and desires, everyone." Bro, every church is cooked! Fuck these guys! Oh my god, these guys are fucking cringe! Sorry, give me 2 minutes, guys. Listen, it sounds like you guys are gonna be cringy and force me to read till 7:80. If that's the case, I need to go make some coffee, okay? I'm not gonna lie to you, I came into today thinking I could get out at like 6:72, but you guys are, or 6:75 rather, but you guys are gonna be... Alright. Give me 2 minutes, I'm gonna go make some coffee, okay? We'll be back, we'll do this bitch. Chair Whiz is gone. I killed him. I am what remains. Upon hearing the Padre's shout, Rhea raised her hunting bow and aimed an arrow at the clergyman. Unlike when she faced the cafe owner, the anger in her eyes was more pronounced. At that moment, a slender, powerful palm appeared in front of Rhea. You. Rhea turned to Louis Berry. Let's wait and see, LEMMiNO said. The specials of the Donghua? You let me know, Sierra. Whatever you guys want. If y'all want to do, lives, we can do lives. If y'all want to do Discord watch party, I'm chill with that too. Probably just Discord watch party would be my instinct, because I'm not gonna make anything off the streams because they're gonna be fucking non-monetized anyway. So I'm just happy. I'm chilling if y'all just want to do it on Discord. But if y'all want to stream it, I'm happy. If just to have a record of it in the future, I'm happy to. It doesn't bug me either way. As the two of them conversed, the Padre revealed a wanton, flamboyant smile and turned to walk back in the cathedral. The golden dome at the cathedral and the decorations dimmed under the moonlight. Why? Ray asked LEMMiNO. LEMMiNO chuckled. After realizing this place is supposed to be a dream, I've been pondering a question. And what is that? It's almost certain that we're participating in the Dream Festival. Under such circumstances, if you succeed in attacking the Padre, what will happen when the Dream Festival is done? If you shoot him in the arm, he'll wake up feeling phantom pain in the location. If he's suffering from arthritis and his muscles are tearing. If you strike his head with a hammer and knock him out, there's a good chance he'll have a headache and dizziness. If you rape and impregnate him, he'll likely feel nauseous, reflexive, and bloated. If you tie him up and electrocute him and incinerate him with fire, he'll feel those sensations as if possessed by a wraith. Rhea listened calmly. The more she listened, the more alarmed she became. This is because Louis' description matched the various manifestations of mass hysteria. LEMMiNO turned to Rhea. If he had killed the Padre, what would happen? He'll die? No. Tizamo had no incidents of people suddenly dying. Between mid-December and mid-March, 80% of the annual deaths happen, though. They will gradually die in the next 3 months. I even suspect that the primitive tribe in the forest launched several attacks in those months, mainly to eliminate those who had died in their dreams, allowing them to die reasonably. From December of the last year to this year, they only completed one attack. The reason should be that attack was very successful. Those who have died, those who should have died are dead, and those who don't deserve to die are also dead. And some who don't deserve to die are also dead. There's no need to take any more risks. The Dream Festival originates from that tribe? Rhea asked. It's possible. It's more likely that they guard or worship the source and act accordingly. No wonder you stopped me. Everyone in Tizamo is likely the victim. That's why I didn't counterattack the two assailants and only killed the colossal snake, LEMMiNO thought. Let's find Camus for now and see if he's awake. Why the music stopped? I don't fucking know. You stopped it, bro. In Tizamo, on the 3rd floor of the police headquarters. One room was used for day-to-day work, while the other was used for storing documents and items. With the arrival of Camus and Kolobo, Maslow had temporarily moved to Lobin's to vacate the room. Amidst the reverberations of the bell, Camus was jolted awake. Just as Camus reached for his pocket, intending to check the time, he noticed Kolobo's absence. Okay, Kami, can you just make me a fucking guest? Admin, please, in the thing, so that if shit happens, I can just do stuff myself, too, so you don't have to constantly... Because I can't do shit as it stands. I'm just a guest. I just show up here. fuck is going on here? Sorry, my fucking Alexa just lost her shit. A sense of unease washed over Camus, urging him into action. He rose from his bed, securing his pocket watch and weapon, cautiously stepping into the corridor, noticing the shadowy silence. Beyond the confines of the police headquarters, cries and wails pierced the night of Tazamo. Drawing on his awareness, honed through his experience as a public security officer, Camus sensed the disturbance. He instinctively dropped to the ground and rolled. A deafening crack echoed through the corridor, which Camus would have passed, splintered and burst forward. In the blink of an eye, a broadsword slashed through the air. As Camus evaded, he turned to face the assailant, Loban, the patrol team member standing at 1.9 meters, a cruel smirk adorning his face. Upon spotting Loban, Camus's eyes sparked with determination, psychic piercing. Loban recoiled in pain and shielded his head. Seizing the opportunity, Camus drew his revolver and took aim, and in a moment, Camus faltered and lowered his weapon. The bullet found its mark, striking Loban's knee. A doctor from the Church of the Earth Mother couldn't amend such things. As Camus lowered his revolver and rose to his feet, he pressed forward. As he descended, Camus passed by a cluttered cubicle. His heart skipped a beat as he caught faint murmurs. "Kolobo, is that you?" "Stay back! Don't hurt me! Spare me!" Kolobo said. Camus frowned, sensing his usual demeanor. Though prone to bouts of fear, Kolobo usually pushed through his anxieties. This level of hysteria was unprecedented. What's wrong? Choosing to stay put rather than risk exacerbating, Camus observed Kolobo fall into a silence. After more than 10 seconds, Camus contemplated assessing Kolobo's situation. Suddenly, two sets of rapid footsteps were heard. Camus pivoted, training his revolver at the stairs. There, he saw Louis and Rhea. "Welcome to the Dream Festival," Louis chuckled. "Why are we awake?" "Perhaps our early entry into this dream, thanks to Tupi's home, has granted us this lucidity," LEMMiNO proposed. Rhea seized the opportunity. Really? I would have just thought because they're still so new into this town, they're still kind of lucid. I would have just thought that. Initially relieved that he hadn't resorted to lethal force against Loban, Camus's expression turned grave. "The three of us aren't the only ones in town. If we adhere to the notion we can't retaliate, it will really be difficult to defend ourselves." "Who says we can't? If someone poses a threat to me, I'll kill him." Rhea and Camus fell silent. Camus nodded, gesturing. The sundry compartment nestled in the stairwell. Kolobo's reaction stems from fear. He won't pose a threat. Let him seek refuge. "Is Kolobo also in the stream?" Rhea asked. "Yes. Is there a problem?" "This suggests there may be a larger problem, perhaps one more terrifying than the festival." "Wait for me here," Lumion said. With that, he vanished, using Spirit World Traversal, reappearing on the second floor of the motel. In the next instant, a scream echoed through the air. It was Lugano. Ludwig ate Lugano. It's so fucking... Emergency food became not so emergency food. It's so over. Kami, I'm reading way more than I want to, okay? Don't push me about the chapter titles right now, okay? Don't push me for that. Your music a bit loud? Really? I can go here. Let me know if that's better. Music is fine. Oh, I do not know. Confirming his fear, Lumion slipped his key into the lock, easing through the door. He knew, without a doubt, that Ludwig would unleash his hunger in the Dream Festival. Beneath the moonlight streaming through the window, Lugano thrashed wildly. Lurking at the end of his flailing arm was Ludwig, dressed in a child nightcap and blue pajamas. The sickening sound of bones crunching and flesh tearing. Amidst the chaos, droplets of blood scattered. Suddenly, Ludwig lunged forward like an animal. Lugano's scream pierced the air. Instinctively, he threatened to wrench his arm free from Ludwig's grasp and shove the creature away. Observing Ludwig closely, Lumion darted behind. 2 beams of light shot from his nose, enveloping Ludwig. Ludwig paused and closed his eyes. Before Lumion could even react, the boy's mouth resumed its relentless assault. His eyes snapped open. The spell of Harumph only dazed Ludwig for but a moment, and that's only if he's sealed. He glanced at Lugano, who had noticed him but was too consumed. Raising his hand, Lumion motioned for Lugano to remain patient. Though Lugano's mind raced, he remained unable to voice his frustrations. Lumion gave him a nod. Changing his focus, Lumion bypassed Ludwig and seized Lugano's shoulder, and in an instant, Lumion received a sharp, straight sword he had acquired from Port Santa. What's he trying to do? With a swift motion, Lumion swung the sword, and the blade burst into flames. Oh, I see. He's just gonna cut his arm off and then TP him out. He's gonna get pains in his arms or whatever. Fuck it. Whatever. And then TP him out, save his life, and just be like, fuck it, well, whatever. I'll give him some money when we're out. The fiery sword crashed upon Lugano's arm where Ludwig had been feasting. With a sharp sound, Lugano's forearm tore from Ludwig's grasp. Simultaneously, Lumion's form began to fade and even Lugano vanished. Lumion hadn't gone far. He and Lugano reappeared at the suite's doorway. The agony persisted, but Lugano's momentary relief vanished as Ludwig once again came into view, still gnawing at Lugano's forearm. Why not teleport from Tizamo? Why are we here? Meanwhile, Ludwig had turned his attention to the doorway, his hair matted in blood, his eyes glinting. With the speed of a child of his age, he advanced towards Lumion and Lugano. Unperturbed, Lumion returned the straight sword to his bag. Under Lugano's gaze, Lumion conjured an entire almond pistachio cream 1,000-layer cake and hurled it beside Ludwig. Ludwig's sprint slowed as he seemed to ponder what to eat first. It's still okay on the bed? Yeah, dude, the leather chair is the fucking devil in heat. Oh my god. Right? The feeling of it sticking to your fucking skin is like... Ultimately, he turned his attention to Lugano. The sight of blood, flesh and marrow infused with spiritual essence seemed to intoxicate him. Capitalizing on Ludwig's indecision, Lumion delved into his traveler bag again and removed a fragment of Hisoka's corpse. Ludwig's gaze followed the offering, his lips moistening. It seemed the offering beneath his tastes too dirty to be his top choice. Lumion tossed out ingredients brimming with spiritual energy one after another, creating a barrier of tempting treats around Ludwig, impeding his advance to Lugano. What are you waiting for? Stem the bleeding, Lumion spoke. Lugano obeyed, his palm emitting a faint glow. As Ludwig indulged in the feast before him, his urgency waned. Though still concerned for Lugano, he no longer rushed. Nearly all of Lumion's 7 days' worth of rations for Ludwig had been deployed. What is the meaning of this? Lugano spoke. Sealing that fellow, Lumion responded. Sealing? That's weird. Using food to seal a monster? He'd never heard of such a thing. Wouldn't a conventional seal involve spirituality potent materials? What possible purpose does hurling food have? Once he's satiated, he won't have the appetite for you or anyone else. And there's enough food here to keep him occupied till dawn. Lumion had devised this plan upon realizing Ludwig's sole desire was to eat. Coupled with his behavior, Lumion was confident that Ludwig was not purely driven by his insatiable hunger. In this scenario, as long as Ludwig's appetite was sated, he could remain confined within the suite. What was the distinction between this and a traditional sealing method? Lugano's understanding dawned upon Lumion's explanation. Indeed, this made sense. Understanding one's target preferences and weakness allowed for the implementation of a seal. Observing Ludwig still attempting to approach the door, Lumion realized the creature's reluctance to part with Lugano. After momentary movement, he grabbed Lugano's shoulder and teleported them both to the corner of the second floor of the stairwell. in the police headquarters. Are you certain everything's under control? Lugano asked. As long as no Beyonder happens to stroll by, he won't abandon his feast. Relieved, Lugano exhaled deeply. I'm alive. In the future, I'll see if I can save up enough money to get a mechanical arm from the Church of Steam. That would do. The doctor's expertise can only do so much. Camus and Ray observed Lugano's bloody limb. What happened? Camus asked. It's complicated, but I've managed to seal it. Just remember, stay away from the motel, especially the second-floor suite. Thankfully, it's just a dream. You'll be fine when you wake up, Camus assured Lugano. A dream? Indeed, it is. But remember, if you die in the dream, you die in reality. Let's make our way to Tupi's home now. His primary objective in investigating the Dreamlet Festival was to locate Hisoka's gold and item acquired from the Noise family demon. If nothing surfaced, Lumen planned to seek out the Padre. The peculiar condition of weakness in the depths of the spirit body possessed by the Padre in reality set him apart from everyone else in town. This hinted at something special about the Padre. In that moment, Rhea regarded Lumen with confusion, looking at Lugano. Why is he lucid? What do you think of Ludwig, Wiz? What do you think of Ludwig? I think he's the GOAT. I think Will Ossepton doesn't have shit on my boy. Will is so picky. I need ice cream. And here's my GOAT, Ludwig. He's like, what do you got? Part of a corpse? Yeah, I guess I'll take it. Ugh, God, if you're gonna be a little bitch about it. Oh, I'm sorry, Lumion. You're poor and can only afford stale bread? Don't worry, my goat. I appreciate you trying. Meanwhile, fucking rich-ass baby fucking Will Ossepton is like, I will only be born into a fucking surgeon's home, and if the surgeon loses his salary by more than 10%, I will be leveling this godforsaken city because he cannot afford my ice cream anymore. My goat, Ludwig, is like, yo, scraps? I'll take it. Upon hearing Rhea's question, Lumin snapped to his senses and turned to Lugano. In his haste and zeal, he had overlooked Lugano's condition. Ever since this doctor had gotten his injuries under control, he had been responding to Lumin's question. He was lucid and rational. It had to be known that even Ludwig, the monster, couldn't effectively control his appetite and had resorted to devouring humans. Moreover, Lugano had never slept in Hisoka's home. Seeing everyone confused, Lugano was perplexed. Why wouldn't I be? You all are. Why do they assume I would be the one with an issue? Have you ventured outside the motel recently? Lumion asked. I did. I helped Ludwig in buying some meat and pastries. Did you sleep anywhere other than the motel? No. I wouldn't dare to engage with a woman here. He was evidently a little regretful. The mixed-blood girls of Tizamo had a different allure to those in the northern continent. Lumion looked at Lugano with a thoughtful smile. We're being forced to participate in an event called the Dream Festival. We're basically dreaming. We can do anything here, but if you die, you die. Aside from us, everyone in the town is influenced with intense emotions, like Ludwig. They're conscious, kind of, but they've chosen to show their malice and express their suppressed desires. We may be able to communicate, but they'll try to deceive us. Remembering how the cafe owner Bunia had immediately changed his attitude and begged for mercy, Rhea agreed with Louis' judgment. I see, Lugano understood. Why are we lucid and rational? Why can I stay this way? We can stay lucid and rational because we entered this dream before. We left marks and auras. As for you, I have no fucking clue. Lugano said in a daze too. I don't know. Noticing that Lugano remained calm even after his issue was brought to light, Lumin seized the opportunity to glimpse at his luck. Currently amidst a bloody calamity, Lugano might fall victim to an ailment in the coming days. That makes sense, considering Ludwig just ate half his arm. What about the second bit? Could the dream span several days? No, it can't. If it did, the predicament here would have been discovered long ago. Lumina is a dad that stepped up and Lugano is the mom. Worst education? Really? You're talking about someone who was educated by a transmigrator as your dad and a doctor as your mom? You're gonna say worst education ever? Okay, bro, talk about high standards. I'd be like, yo, in the fucking Lord of the Mysteries world? That's kind of goated, though. As these thoughts swirled through Lumin's mind, he turned to Camus. I'm taking my servant with us. It was an act of kindness or generosity. Lumin simply feared leaving Lugano to his own devices. It was better to keep him close where he could be monitored and any potential accidents prevented. If Lugano truly unleashed a dire problem, Lumin could end him. It's your call, Camus and Rhea said. We must hurry to Tupi's house. Camus's gaze drifted between the cubicle where Kolobo lay and a hint of hesitation. Any idea where the captain and the others might be? They were supposed to appear beside me when the festival began, but I have no fucking clue, Lumin said. Lumin mused that if he hadn't maintained his lucidity and rationality, he might have awoken in the master bedroom of the motel. Should we try to find them? Camus asked. Why? You want to fight them? Neither Riaza nor Maslow had ever slept in Hisoka's home. The likelihood of them losing control was quite high. Just as Lumin was about to signal the other two patrol team members to approach, Camus gritted his teeth. There's somewhere I need to go before I head to Tupi's home. Where? The Palm Manor, Camus replied. You want to save Miss Amanadina? Camus nodded, a hint of embarrassment. Yes. Don't worry, there's just a dream. If one is violated within the dream, they'll only have a touch of hysteria. No harm done. I'm aware, but I fear she may not be able to cope with it. She could die. You can proceed to Tupi's house first. I'll make my way there as soon as possible. By the time we're done, we might not even be there, Rhea cautioned. I have made my decision. Lumin locked eyes with Camus. Camus felt an indescribable pressure weighing upon him. His mind conjuring the tragic outcomes he may yet face, but he pursed his lips, refusing to retract. After more than 10 seconds, his expression remained unchanged, and Lumin spoke. Let's head to the Palm Manor. What? Lumin's hand grasped his shoulder. Simultaneously, Lumin's other hand darted out, reaching for Rhea. Rhea's reaction was to dodge, but the memory of how Lugano had been teleported flashed through her mind. She relaxed her shoulders for a moment. With Camus and Rhea in hand, Lumin shot Lugano a glance. Lugano approached and latched onto Lumin's vest. In the next second, Lumin's figure blurred and the haziness spread across them all. As they found themselves surrounded by layers of colors and objects, intense emotions surged in their heart. Could this be the spirit world? Is this teleportation? Is this how the great adventurer Gehrman Sparrow managed to appear before pirates at any given moment? Having witnessed Louis' abrupt disappearance and subsequent return to the servant in tow, Camus and Rhea had speculated that this might be the famed teleportation ability that had become the stuff of legend. Can you please update chapter number so I know when to get off bed? If you're gonna be a little bitch about it, fine. It seemed their suspicions had been right on track. Matani patrol members boasted numerous adventures amongst its ranks, and Camus and Rhea were well versed in the rumors circulating the 5 seas. The instant they experienced teleportation, their bodies departed the dream spirit world, materializing at the 4-story beige edifice, the main building of the Palm Manor. In the blink of an eye, they had arrived. Just over 10 meters from the main building, near a garden shrubbery, a mixed-blood lady maid lay pinned to the ground by a group of slaves. Her clothes stripped as she cried out. She struggled with all her might, but how could she hope to resist? Witnessing this, Camus yearned to intervene, but reminded himself that this was a dream. This wouldn't impact reality. Dude, what a piece of shit! Oh my god, ain't no fucking way! What? He said, I came here to save a lady. Oh, her? She's a lady maid. Who gives a fuck? What the fuck is that? Oh, Camus, I used to like you. You're a piece of shit. What? He said, oh, well, if it's happening to the girl I find pretty, well, that's a problem. But it's a dream. It's fine. I'm sorry, it's not a dream when it's happening to that bitch? Yo! Oh, fuck this guy. Never mind. Dude, what a piece of shit. It'd be pointless to stop it. And it would only serve to delay my search for Amanadina. Moreover, it'd be pointless, Camus warned himself. I'm fucking flabbergasted. What the fuck? At that moment, Rhea, who'd been silent, turned. You guys head in. With her back turned to LEMMiNO, Camus, and Lugano, she spoke. Leaning forward, she strode purposely towards the bushes, making her way to the lady maid who was being violated. Oh my, dude, fucking, I would shoot him in the head. What the fuck do you mean? Oh, well, it'd be pointless to stop it. It's a mere dream. Listen, if he said, like, I should go save her, and then LEMMiNO said, like, hey, it's a dream, and he went, yeah, I guess it's just a dream, fucking, it'll be fine. And he did that for Amanadina, and then did that for that lady too? Okay, listen. You're at least not a fucking hypocrite. You have some fucking standards. This motherfucker just went, well, if it's the person I like, it's not okay. But her, she's a servant. Fuck him. Barely a human. What a fucking dickhead. Jesus. In a few swift strides, Rhea positioned herself behind the slaves and delivered a powerful kick. With a bang, the slave pressing down on the mixed-blood lady was sent flying. The other three turned to face Rhea. Before they could even react, Rhea had followed up with a roundhouse kick, knocking the other one. The remaining two took one look at Rhea and turned tail, fleeing. Rhea retracted her left foot, fixing a cold stare at the two servants, raising her bow and knocking an arrow. The servants licked their lips in unison, unwilling but fearful. They clambered over the bushes and vanished. Yeah, like, dude, what a dude, I actually genuinely liked Camus. I liked his, like, I thought he was a good character. What a piece of shit. I'm done, bro. Don't ever fucking bring this loser around again. Are you alright? Rhea asked. The maid shook her head. With trembling hands, tidied herself and retrieved a dagger that had fallen beside her. Seeing this, Rhea wasted no time. Find a corner and hide. With that, Rhea pivoted on her heel and prepared to dash back to where the others stood. As the lady stood up, her expression darkened. She raised the dagger, plunging it towards Rhea's back. "Watch out!" Camus shouted. Though Rhea hadn't sensed the threat, she heeded Camus's warning and reacted. Surrendering to inertia, she fell forward and rolled, evading the daggers. As she rolled, Rhea pivoted, her eyes narrowing at the lady maid. "Why can you join the patrol team while I'm stuck as a lady maid? Aren't we both from the same place? Why? Even I have Antesian blood." Before she could complete her tirade, fire ravens swooped in, colliding with the dagger. With a clang, the dagger heated, an explosive force wrenching it from the lady maid's hands. The lady maid faltered. LEMMiNO, with black hair and green eyes, stood atop the steps, calling out, "Where is Miss Amanadina?" A pang of embarrassment struck Camus. In his haste to rescue the lady, he had acted with a distinct lack of professionalism. He had been a guest at the manor and had never been invited to her room, and so found himself unsure of where to search. If he were to search floor by floor, it would take too long. "She's in her room, 3rd floor, 2nd room, facing the forest. Make haste, she's a vision of beauty. She's a cut above the rest of us. Many a gentleman consider her their dream. Go quick." As she neared the end of her speech, the lady maid gritted her teeth, her eyes alight with desire. Lugano's hair stood on end, a chill running down his spine. LEMMiNO shook his head, a smile playing on his lips. Rhea fell silent before departing. "Find a spot and hide," she reiterated. Finding a demoness that is loyal to you would be such a flex. Seer. Oh, yeah. You can't convert a hoe, man. Let me save you the trouble, Seer. You can't convert a hoe. Just let it go. Get yourself a good person from any of the other 21 pathways, okay? No problem. You got a lot to choose from. Just anyone else. Hey, that's a homie, not How do you know? How do you know just what I like? I used to have a bigger penis than you. I can't. With those words, Rhea turned around and sprinted back. Lumion averted his gaze through the steps. As he, Camus, and the others entered, they were greeted by the startling sight in the living room. A middle-aged woman in a disheveled nightgown, her exposed body glistening with sweat, her hair in disarray. Her movements were intense, and she appeared immersed, shouting and cursing. Near the staircase, a group of 5 or 6 servants and slaves, armed with shotguns, rifles, and weapons, fired in the air, occasionally counterattacks emitting. Camus stood frozen, his gaze fixed on the middle-aged woman. You know her? Lumion asked. She's Sir Petit's wife, Miss Amanadina's mother, Madame Simona. Whoa, Seer! Whoa! Whoa, Seer! Did you just say you would like to you'd like to roofie someone? What the fuck, dude? Yes, officers, he's that way. Oh, he is French. I apologize. Yes, this is just... Oh, it's part of his culture. I apologize. I was not aware. That is terribly inconsiderate. I will try to be more aware of others' cultures in the future. I am so sorry. I never imagined she would be like this. I'm from Trier, it's fine. Lumion smiled. Can't she indulge in her dreams? For the Dream Festival. This is something we should encourage. No one is being forced. How harmless. Camus found himself at a loss. He then turned to Rhea. During the Dream Festival, there's a good chance that the person you save will also be a bad person. Even if something like that happens, I'll still save her, Rhea said. Are you prepared to see the other side of your Miss Amanadina? Maybe she will... Lumion left the sentence unfinished, casting a glance at Madame Simona in the throes of ecstasy. I'm here to save her. Good, bad, malicious, kind, indulgent, not my problem. After helping her and making sure she waits, we'll head to Tupi's home. Oh, I'm sorry. What if she doesn't want to wait, you selfish bitch? Lumion quietly repeated the first half of the sentence, smiling. He raised his voice. Has anyone seen Miss Amanadina? The servants and slaves turned their attention, redirecting their firearms. Lumion raised his hand, making a grabbing motion. Flames, their hue bordering on white, ignited in the air, forming a curtain that Lumion seemed to snatch from the void. By the sofa... Yeah, Chris, whatever. She's enjoying. As Lumion said, they're just indulging in their dreams. I'm sorry. I'm supposed to be like, oh wow, that's not okay to do in a dream? Okay, bro? I would literally be the equivalent of like the girlfriend who gets mad at you. I had a dream that you cheated on me. The fuck am I supposed to do about that, bro? I can't even control my dreams, let alone yours. What? Since advancing to Reaper, Lumion's mastery over the flames had grown. Even without the layering, he could achieve this level of control. Moreover, he hadn't unleashed his full power. He hadn't even summoned the blazing white flames. Now, can we talk? Behind him, crimson ravens materialized. Amanadina hasn't come down, the valet said, or... And who are you shooting at? Lumion asked. It's Petit, the bastard who deserves to rot in hell, the butler, the one who's always wielding that fucking whip. They'd planned to retrieve more guns from another room, but now they didn't dare make a move. Ah, Then carry on. Dude, I'm just imagining Petite as the fucking I'm just imagining Petite as like the guy from Django Unchained, the Samuel L. Jackson's character. Like you ain't nothing special, Django. He turned around, leading the 10 to 20 fire ravens that had dispersed. Let's scale the building to reach the 3rd floor. Teleportation wasn't an optimal choice at this distance. Of course, since advancing to Reaper, Lumen could now perform 11 to 12 spirit world traversals without relying on his accumulated spirituality. A marked improvement. Camus and the others voiced no objections, but Lugano trembled. How am I supposed to climb this? Camus will assist you. Me? Before long, the 4 of them had ascended to the 3rd floor, making use of the statues, decorations, and metal pipes. As soon as Camus pushed open the door to the corridor, he caught sight of a figure, Amanadina's personal maid. At that moment, the young lady's maid stood bathed in the moonlight, a bloody dagger clutched in her hand. The blood dripped from the dagger onto the carpet. What have you done? I killed it. I've been annoyed by it for so long. It? In Intesian, she and it were 2 different words. To his surprise, Lumen followed the dripping blood and saw Amanadina's pet dog lying motionless. Oh, thank God, Camus said. Oh, yes, just the dog. Dude, I'm genuinely starting to hate Camus. Where's Miss... Listen, at the end of the day, am I happier that the dog died than the lady died? Yes. But don't say, phew. What the fuck? I'm looking for her too. She left an hour ago. Where did she go? She went on a date with my Robert. Camus fell silent. Lumen shook his head. Under the watchful eyes of the lady, who yearned to kill but felt outnumbered, they searched the entire 3rd floor but found no trace of Amanadina. Let's go, Lumen said. The 4 of them teleported outside Hisoka's home. Just as Lumen was about to proceed, he looked up. A face appeared through the window. Amanadina. It was said that Amanadina had gone on a date with her fiancé, Robert. You Intesians! That's a good chapter, bro. That's such a good chapter name. Bro, to call a chapter You Intesians is so good. I can... Camus was stunned to find Amandina. Thank you, Kami. His astonishment far outweighed any joy he may have felt. From the window alone, Amandina noticed the figures below. Her face twisted in alarm. Camus called out, "Don't be scared. We're here to keep you safe." Oh God, you're so cringe, Camus. You're fucking making us go to negative aura, you fucking loser. You're fucking this for all of us. God damn it. Dude, Cuddlefish must have just told his wife, like, "Hey, sweetie, I'm doing a 2nd book. Don't read any of this, okay? None of this. Oof. This is not for you." Or a loss cannot be tolerated, yeah. While shouting, he raced up the stairs. His visit to the Palm Manor had confirmed Louis' theory. The participants had lost control of their actions, driven by their desires and malevolence, but their minds remained lucid. Camus couldn't be sure if the possessed individuals would misinterpret the others' words. Camus and Rhea charged into the building. Behind the house, out of sight, a glass window set in a wooden plank swung open. Amandina, clad in a black hunting gear, climbed out. Her feet touched the ground. She noticed a figure watching her, Lugano. Amandina's heart clutched. She pressed her back against the pillar supporting Tupi's home, fist tightening. Is she a fucking demon? A demoness? In no fucking way. In the same instant, Lugano's eyelids drooped, his mind becoming hazy. He collapsed. Amandina's eyes snapped open, no longer using her powers to force the battle-worn man to sleep. She's off the darkness pathway? What is that? Doing so would trap her in a profound sleep, able to act only in her nightmare form. Her body immobile. Before Lumen could wake, cause she jumped out a window and I thought like a demoness has, or not a demoness, but yeah, demoness has the ability to descend. What is that thing that they can do? Like they can land light as a feather or some bullshit, whatever the fuck they do. So I thought maybe she jumped out of the 3rd floor and she could only do that because she was a demoness. I'm not just saying that because she's pretty, okay? Calm down, Connie. Calm down. At that moment, she heard a voice. So you're a Beyonder. The handsome Featherfall, thank you. The handsome Louis Berry had one hand in his pocket as he leaned against the pillar, feet crossed behind him, smiling. The dim crimson moonlight lent him an air of enigmatic allure. Fatherful. However, her spirituality told her that Louis had vanished. She couldn't find the target and his abilities. Moments later, Amandina, with her spiritual perception, cast her gaze at the shadows, sensing something. At that moment, Amandina heard a voice. We mean you no harm. We are not affected by the festival. Just then, Camus and Rhea ran. We're here to protect you. We can control ourselves. Why aren't you affected? Amandina asked. As she spoke, she locked onto the formless entity in the shadows, believing it to be the strongest, Louis Berry. Lumen's body emerged. Surely you've noticed that we've been entering and exiting this house frequently over the past few days. What about you? How do you maintain self-control? Robert took me on a date to Tupi's home. I spent half the night here. Robert knows what's special about here? Yes, he knows the Dream Festival quite well. What's his relationship with Tupi? Lumion asked. I don't know. Or, I haven't noticed any romantic tension between them. What do you mean a romantic tension? Are you a Beyonder of the Evernight pathway? In a way. Camus inquired. Where did you obtain the potion formula and ingredients? Can I choose not to answer? What do you think? Lumen smiled. Amandina didn't back down, raising her head slightly and staring at Lumen's eyes, noticing that his smile remained unchanged, yet his eyes remained emotionless. I obtained it in this dream, Amandina said. You obtained it during the Dream Festival? He could understand obtaining a potion formula during the festival. But could Beyonder ingredients used to concoct potions be brought from dream to reality? Clearly, it fucking happened to Lumion. This didn't make any fucking sense. Without waiting for Amandina's confirmation, Camus thought, are you a Beyonder only in the dream? No, it is the same, but I don't have many abilities to show it. How is this possible? Camus gazed at Amandina. He'd considered the possibility that she was lying, but wasn't willing to doubt this girl who had a special place in his heart. Dude, what a piece of shit. He's like, no, she's perfect. She couldn't possibly lie. She isn't capable of it. Ugh, you're so cringe, dude. Even if you... Lumen spoke, you haven't consumed a potion, have you? Why are you asking me if you know? Hasn't consumed a potion? They were all taken aback. It's a boon. Which god bestowed it? How did you get these abilities? Why should I tell you? Amandina scoffed. In the next moment, she saw Louis Berry reveal a smile that truly terrified her. It's Robert. He took me into the forest and led me to a huge black stone and asked me to place my hand upon it. And then you became a Beyonder? And then I fell asleep. In the dream, when I awoke, I had powers. Is Robert a Beyonder? Did he obtain his abilities the same way as you? Camus pressed. He is a Beyonder, but I don't know if he got them the same way. He brought me on a date here. Before entering the stream, he was already a Beyonder. Well, where is Robert? Is he not having a date with you? He went to visit his other lover before coming to me. Another lover? Who? Camus asked, suddenly angry. Bro, what a fucking... Dude, he's getting doubly cucked. That's so sad. Oh my god. Amandina's eyes darted around. Padre Cali. Huh? Everyone said. Even someone as well-read as Lumion couldn't help but raise an eyebrow. Like, he does like women, but he prefers men. He said he brought me into the dream to get powers because he felt guilty. He was also grateful that I was willing to help him keep a secret and not break off the engagement, make it protecting his image, even after knowing his true self. At that moment, Camus and Rhea remained silent, but Lumion sensed the same meaning in their eyes. You Intesians. Amused, Lumion couldn't help but ask, and you can accept this? I cannot accept this. I'm so sorry. If that came off as me being homophobic, I apologize. That was not the... I was referring to Lumi, to Klein in Volume 5 saying, I cannot accept that world, okay? I want to be clear. I was not meant to be homophobic in the slightest. I apologize. I heard it too late. I'm sorry. Amandina pondered. Why not? As a marriage partner, Robert excels in status, wealth, strength, looks, and skills. There aren't many better choices here. Aaron, don't do this to me, okay? Besides, we have a beautiful relationship. He does love me. He just also loves the Padre. He also promised me more freedom. Upon hearing this, Camus felt a pang of sorrow. The beauty in his heart shattered. He's like, damn, she really do just be a basic bitch. I don't know what I was tripping about. You guys ever have that where you're like, where you really like someone and then they do something or say something and you just hear like glass shattering in your mind. You're like, I misjudged you so hard. God damn, fucking thank you for that. Jesus. You guys ever have that? That is such a surreal feeling because you're like, dude, like 20 minutes ago I liked you, and you're like, and you uttered a one sentence and I'm like, I completely misjudged this. I apologize. Perhaps Amandina had deliberately said so much in front of Camus to prevent him from loving her out of pity. Lumion then turned to Amandina. In other words, Robert is at the cathedral? Yes. Then let's pay him and the Padre a visit, shall we? Lumion said. Alright guys, is it okay if we go to like 679? Would that work? The same thing as yesterday, if we don't go to 80, instead just go to 79? Amandina's eyes hesitated. You've already cornered me. What choice do I have? Her eyes flickered with excitement. Her words seemed to convey a different message. I don't want to go. I had no intention, but you're forcing me. Now let's go! Are you trying to broaden your horizons? Lumion thought. He pointed at Hisoka's home. Before heading to the cathedral, let's check this place. Are you trying to find the source of the uniqueness? Give up. I checked all I could. As she spoke, she followed Lumion at a brisk pace. Are you familiar with Tupi? Lumion asked. Amandina wasn't surprised by the question. She figured. She just shook her head. I'm not familiar with him. I only met him once or twice. I was just a child where he lived in Tizamo. Most of the time I studied at the grammar school. Later, he only returned a couple times a year, spending a week at most. I think that way you will end in the mid of something. Yeah, maybe. Good cliffhangers are good. It was evident that Amandina had secretly learned about Tupi. After all, she entered the special dream because she slept in his home. Tupi returns every year for the Dream Festival, Amandina said. Last year, when Robert and I returned from the Blackstone, we noticed someone approaching. We hid and saw Tupi. Tupi is indeed connected to that boulder. There are even traces or marks formed by extreme emotions there. Which month did Tupi's house burn down? I know, Amandina said. Yes, I'm asking you. Do you think I don't know? Lumin smiled at Amandina, signaling for her to respond. He had a clear, detailed understanding of Tupi on the surface. He asked Camus to elicit Amandina's answer. Amandina smugly said late December, a few days after the festival. As far as they knew, the Tupi family likely perished on the festival. Upon returning to reality, their fates began to unravel. The question is, why did the house they leave behind become abnormal? What happened to the family? Or what did they do? As the bestowed of the inevitability domain, Lumin found a term that was very inevitability-like to surmise the phenomena. Of course, he couldn't be certain that the death in the Dream Festival would lead to death in reality, but judging from Amandina's expression and tone, Lumin thought that to be the case. Who do you think gave the boon? Amandina? Amanesis? Coincidence? I think not. What left an impression on you during last year's dream? Lumin said. Amandina's expression darkened. Robert and I discovered numerous cruelly murdered individuals in town, their stomachs ripped open, their organs removed. Serial killer? Camus thought, reminding him of Tupi. A desire apostle, venting his desires. So that's how it is. Following the ritual, Hisoka had killed enough people in this dream and devoured their organs. When he returned, these people died on the other side. From Fate's perspective, they had perished because of Hisoka's murder, concluding the requirement of the ritual. In reality, completing a series of murders and stealing a corpse's organs were two different things. What puzzled Lumin was that according to Devilology, such an advancement ritual required a 3-day interval between killings, or it'd be easy to lose control. The maximum interval couldn't be more than 9, or the ritual would reset. Hisoka had clearly used the Dream Festival to complete their killings in one night, and when he returned, the primitive tribe attacked. It didn't drag on until the next month. Lumin believed that it was due to the April Fool's prank that they had taken advantage of the chaos to send the deceased who couldn't be eliminated by the tribe in time to hell. In other words, the interval of no more than 9 days was satisfied, but Lumin didn't know how he had achieved the criteria of exceeding 3 days. Had he used the dream's uniqueness to avoid the interval? When he killed someone, it hadn't reflected in reality, so he wouldn't lose control? After searching where Tupi slept, he smiled. Apart from the serial murders, what else did you encounter? Lumin asked. If I cooperate, will I be awarded a medal? Her father had once received a Legion of Honor medal, so he was made a knight. I also encountered a woman who seemed like a lunatic. Back then, I wanted to visit the motel to see how the gentlemen and ladies hunting in Tazama would react in the dream. When I reached one of the rooms, I heard a few people singing. Then the crazy woman appeared behind me. She was lucid. She was beautiful, but crazy. Back then I was a child. I always wanted to test my abilities. I felt that with Robert's cooperation I could deal with most beyonders. In the end, she captured the two of us. Robert was knocked out. She stripped me naked and hung me from the bell tower. I was hung in a cesspit, descending bit by bit. At that moment, Amandina was on the verge of vomiting. Camus couldn't help but sympathize. Mad Lady were the ones singing and the peripheral members of April Fools participating in the prank. And then, Lumin said. She also asked me why I stayed lucid. I told her about Robert and the Padre, and she happily ran to the cathedral and forgot about me. After that I escaped. Let's go to the cathedral now, Lumin said. He planned to consider the mystery prying glasses in the Eye of Truth after obtaining more info. Alright, Amandina said, trying her best to appear less eager, but she really wanted to see how Robert interacted with the Padre. The 5 of them left Hisoka's home and hurried to the cathedral. Fortunately, Tazama was large. They quickly followed the shadows and returned. Lumin pointed at the motel and warned, do not go to the 2nd floor. Trust me, it'll be way worse than what that woman put you through. Alright, Amandina said. The five of them crossed another street, arriving outside the cathedral. LEMMiNO wasn't in a hurry. He circled to the side and pried open a window, peering inside. He and Amandina, who had gathered beside him, nearly went blind. In the cathedral, a handful of naked men knelt before the EBS altar, all from the northern continent, including Robert. The Padre, also naked, paced back and forth. He walks in the light. He sheds warmth and illuminates the world. With each light, the Padre seemed to grow more animated. What the fuck is this? I'm fucking skipping this chapter. What? I can't even put this. I'm not even putting this name up, bro. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? This is the first time I've had to censor a fucking title. Genuinely fucking kill me, bro. Oh my fucking god. What the fuck is this? I'm genuinely just upset at this point. Like, what the f... Amandina scrutinized the preacher from head to toe, eventually settling her gaze on Robert. The lad, as if he had not been exposed to the sun for very long, his skin pale white, had abandoned his cold demeanor. He was excited, but controlling himself. The other naked men grew restless, but it was evident they held the Padre in high esteem. Despite their self-control, they restrained from initiating the... Yeah, absurd, Oki. Oki is good. Seer, we're using Oki, thank you. Despite they refrained from directly initiating the Oki, if God was watching, he would have incinerated them all. As a believer in the EBS, Amandina wanted to kneel and bow her head in repentance. Holding the Sun Bible, the Padre continued to impart the teachings of EBS. God says the sun shines justly upon all. During the preaching, the Padre's gaze swept over Robert and the others, his expression revealing uncontrollable excitement. Lumion had always felt that he was well-read. In the past, he had disrupted the church's holy operations, but the scene before him exceeded his wildest imagination. Were the Padre of the EBS Church amongst the most outstanding Antesians? He's a native of Port Pylos, possessing pure West Balam bloodline and a lowly native of the southern continent, starting as a cathedral servant. He yearns for higher status and recognition, especially from those hailing of the northern continent. Such desires have distorted the desire of the Padre, secretly targeting men from various countries of the southern continent. Robert and the others are clearly quite young. If the Padre started doing this several years ago, they would have been minors. Tisk, tisk. In Cordu, he had not liked entering the cathedral, attending mass, or praying. On the one hand, Aurora did not like it herself and set an example. On the other hand, Aurora had always been worried that Lumion would be alone with the clergyman in the cathedral. Occasionally, she would use the words like boys have to protect themselves, and many Padres like boys. Dude, Aurora is such a queen. She's like, bro, I gotta protect this child. It's like, do you think Aurora is sitting there? She's like, bro, how is it that fucking everything has changed? Superpowers are real, and yet the fucking priests still like touching children. How is this the one thing that remains fucking like a law of the unit? Like, it is like the law of relativity. Like, it cannot be fucking broached. What the fuck are we doing? Why is this the case? Poor EBS and Saint CN. They had become an important prop for the Padre's art. Just as Lumion thought, the Padre finally concluded his sermon. "Praise the sun," he said. They all are swept up and raised their hands. "Praise the sun. The sun does not wish to be praised by you." In this male Oki, he made all participants view him as an archbishop and preached to them, finally bestowing them with a boon. The Padre turned around in satisfaction and placed the Bible on the altar. He then approached Robert. Then the other men tangled with each other in their Oki. Camus, Rhea, and Lugano, who were observing through the window, were stunned. In particular, Rhea felt as if her eyes and soul had been tainted. Rhea's anger surged. Beside her, Lumion recalled. When did Robert become lovers with the Padre? I'm not... Seer, I'm not gonna lie to you. They're at this... If this is like 50% of the fucking way of where Cuttlefish goes with this, there will be chapters I will just read off stream. Or like, if you guys want to, really badly, I will read them in Discord. That's it. Like, I can't. Like, I cannot put this on my fucking channel. This is disgusting. Amandina retracted her gaze. More than a year after the Padre arrived, about 3 years ago. Did they become lovers in reality or in the festival? Of course in reality, Amandina said. Something's wrong. The Padre's been here for over a year. He should have mellowed. Why is he still targeting Robert and the others? From the looks of it, something's wrong with the Padre. Zaza, how's it going, buddy? Yeah, okay, then we might just... There will be chapters I will do off stream, because I'm not gonna do this shit. This is disgusting. Lumion saw Rhea raise her bow angrily and aim it at the cathedral. Almost simultaneously, the Padre turned his body. Suddenly, Lumion saw the native Padre. He felt a chilling aura emanating. Wraith possession. Zaza, I'm not crying. Dude, I said this long ago. No one gives a flying fuck about COI. I'm doing this because I promised Uth that I would. But this is it. Like, this is my fucking favor to Uth, okay? I'm doing this. He doesn't show up to streams anymore. That's calm, no problem. He doesn't have to. But, like, I'm doing this because I said I would. Okay? Dude, why does the music keep repeating? Repeat again. I fucking dare you. So the Padre possesses the ability to become a wraith. It's no wonder that when I investigated, I realized that his only weakness existed within the spirit. A wraith preaching the Sun Cathedral? Who would have thought? A boon, Lumion thought? Relying on his strength of a Sequence 5 spirit body, Lumion struggled to wrestle control of his body. He was not in a hurry to activate the Alista Tudor's aura. He said to Amandina, "Let me and Callie enter a dream." He knew that Amandina's ability to forcefully pull people into a dream could be used one-on-one. But Padre was attached to him and entangled with his body. Perhaps she could treat them as a unit. Play this on your own if it breaks. I put it in Discord. Sounds good. Thanks, Kami. No worries, buddy. As for whether wraiths dreamed, Lumion did not know. With a resounding crash, Rhea's arrow shattered the glass, sending shards to the ground. The arrow, entwined with lightning, crossed the distance of over 10 meters, piercing the location where the Padre had been. Amidst the lightning, the wooden table shattered and collapsed. Robert, taken aback, reacted, opening his mouth and uttering strange words. As a cold wind from the Fasak extreme north blew, a strange, blurry, inhuman figure materialized and burrowed into into Robert's body. A ray of armor like ice materialized in Robert's body, and a crystalline scythe in his hand. Clutching the scythe, Robert sprinted towards the others. Wherever he passed, the ground froze. On the 4th floor of the motel, 2 figures emerged. LEMMiNO and his companions made their way to the street where the cathedral stood. One of them was a man with a distinct northern continent feature, dark green eyes standing against his dark grey formal suit and black top hat. The other was a woman with delicate skin, exquisite facial features, and deep blue eyes. Sharon and Merrick! I'm calling it! I think Merrick has green eyes? I don't know. I think. Delicate skin, exquisite facial features, deep blue eyes? They had arrived in Tizamo a mere 10 minutes before the Dream Festival began. The patrol team's arrival is indeed because they've discovered the problem, the woman spoke. From the looks of it, they found a way to remain lucid. The man's expression was cold, but they don't know much yet. They're moving in the wrong direction. Let's go, the woman said. The two of them descended swiftly. As they passed through the 2nd floor, the woman said, "Do you hear something?" The man in the top hat listened, and before hearing faint chewing, the sound persisted. If no gothic dress, it's never Sharon Raynette. Oh, maybe. Bye, Kami. Love you, buddy. Seeing Robert clad in ice armor and dragging a frost scythe, sprinting, Rhea and Lugano and Camus drew his custom-made revolver. At that moment, his feet turned cold and his body froze. From the corner of his eye, Camus observed that although Robert hadn't truly approached, the frost on the ground had reached him. Within a radius of 10 to 20 meters, the chill intensified. With a swoosh, Rhea shot another arrow. Robert didn't dodge or evade. Exerting strength in his arms, he swung the frost scythe. The scythe knocked away the arrow, leaving behind a small amount of lightning that raced through his body. Amidst the sound, Robert felt numb for a moment before continuing to sprint. He wasn't surprised that Robert could control the frost scythe so quickly and create a considerable frost domain. Instead, he was just surprised that Robert had rushed to him. Doesn't he know about my psychic piercing? Does he realize that my range is 5 meters? Could it be that he's never fought a mid-sequencer? That's true. No one in the patrol team knows that Robert and Miss Amanadine are beyonders. After getting their powers, they probably haven't used them much. As these thoughts race through Camus's mind, I'm changing the music. Yep, I'm changing the music because it's stuck. As Robert stepped within 5 meters, his eyes lit up, psychic piercing. Robert screamed and tumbled forward, tossing the scythe. Rhea's arrow once again knocked to the bowstring. Following Robert's roll, fury blazed in her eyes, erupting. Raging blow. Sequence 8 of the Folk of Rage pathway. By releasing accumulated anger, her attack was greatly enhanced. Rhea was currently at the sequence, but the hunting bow in her hand was a powerful item, a formidable weapon she had spent all her savings on, called Thunderclap Explosion. Soon, Robert ceased his tumbling, but couldn't shake off the intense pain caused by psychic piercing, frozen in place. Rhea watched the arrow, engulfed in lightning, release her grip. Shot out, with the lightning on it split. One continued to ensnare the arrow, while the other darted right. What? Instinctively, she turned her head and followed the separate bolt of lightning, then saw Louis Barry leaning against the window, his eyes shut. A few seconds ago, upon hearing Louis' words, Amandina had locked onto him. And since you said it, I won't stand on ceremony. In her spiritual perception, Louis' soul was intertwined with a sinister soul, fiercely resisting. Amandina couldn't separate them. She vaguely understood why Louis had instructed her to lock onto the other party's head. Lumion, who had Amandina use her abilities, stammered as he struggled to move his hand. In his left hand wasn't in his trouser pocket, but in the traveler bag. After arriving outside the cathedral and prying open the stained glass, Lumion inserted his left hand into the traveler bag to retrieve a suitable mystical item. If it wasn't a dream, he would likely have his hand in his left shirt pocket, where Mr. K's finger was. Before being fully controlled by the Wraith, Lumion relied on the strength of a Reaper to resist and retrieve a brooch. The Fury of C. Lumion gripped the brooch tightly and observed Amandina leaning against the wall. Her thoughts blurred and her eyelids grew. He fell asleep. And the Padre fell silent in his body. The Wraith now appeared to be asleep as well. It was unknown if he would fall asleep on his own or if he was affected by the negative effects of being now possessing this body. Amandina opened her eyes and was delighted. With a crackling sound, the bolt of lightning detached from Rhea's arrow struck Lumion, transforming into numerous electric serpents, the downside of the Fury of the Sea brooch. Even if Lumion only carried it, there was a good chance of being struck by lightning when he went out in the rain. And if he wore it without attacking, the likelihood of encountering such a thing would increase. Lumion believed that since the Fury of the Sea brooch had a high chance of attracting lightning, it held the same allure. Had a high chance of attracting lightning strikes on a rainy day, it held a special allure for lightning. Even though it wasn't raining, what if there was another source of lightning? There was a good chance it would attract it. Stimulated by the pain, Lumion, no longer affected by the nightmare ability, snapped awake. He experienced this and understood the Padre. As soon as the Wraith regained consciousness, he detached from Lumion's body to distance himself from the electric current. His face materialized in the nearest pane of glass. Seeing this, Lumion donned a grayish-white silver lightning brooch and retrieved his revolver, aiming at the Wraith. The pallor rapidly expanded in Lumion's line of sight. Lumion pulled the trigger, firing a yellow bullet. As he did, the lightning flickered in the Fury of Sea brooch instantly, entering the bullet. One of the brooch's abilities. It could grant the wearer electric shock. After losing the Pride armor, this had become Lumion's most effective method of against soul-type creatures. The bullet, engulfed in lightning, struck the glass, shattering it. But it missed the Padre. As Lumion pulled the trigger, the Wraith vanished, instantly leaping onto the crystal chandelier above the cathedral. On the other side, Rhea's arrow struck Robert with precision. The ice armor covering Robert's body cracked. Under the assault of the electric serpents, the shadow that attached to his body broke free. With the armor shielding him from most damage, Robert remained unaffected, but his chest tightened. At that moment, he regretted not wearing clothes. The various ingredients needed for his spirit channeling were hidden in his clothes. There were very few spirits that could allow him to communicate safely without the use of materials. The one just now was the most powerful. Upon seeing Camus's revolver and Rhea's arrows, Robert grew anxious. He thought of spirit channeling methods that could be done now. Frowning, he bit his tongue, spat out the blood from the tip of his tongue and mixed with the saliva. A pair of weathered stone-like hands reached out from beneath and seized Robert's body, pulling him underground. Indecent exposure is big in China. Minus 5,000 social credit score. At some point, the ground had softened like a swamp. Camus and Rhea's bullets arrived one after another, but only caused sparks on the ground. Spirit medium? He's not from the same pathway as Miss Amandina. They also obtained the superpowers from the boulder. Camus took a few steps back and began reloading. As a member of the Mitanni authorities, obtaining Beyonder bullets was quite easy. After all, the EBS Church, the God of Steam Church, and the Earth Mother Church had numerous adventures coming and going. The patrol team needed to be vigilant against certain branches of the Rose School of Thought. They had to make targeted preparations. Camus inserted the purifying bullets into his revolver. At that moment, the Padre, who had leapt onto another stained glass, reappeared. He opened his mouth and emitted a piercing shriek. Wraith shriek! Alright guys, we're gonna end it here. I know that's a shit place to end before any of you say it, but I promise this is not getting wrapped up into chapters. The next one's gonna be equally shit. Who gives a fuck? And that is nearly a 2.5 hour stream, okay? Dare I say, that's pretty fucking good. News about the game? Yes, yeah, it did. Looks... I don't know, I'm just trying to get a little concerned, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm trying to get a little concerned about the game at this point. No cap on God. Alright guys, I did say to end at 80 originally, I know. Unreal Engine 5 is ass. I don't know if I'd go that far. I don't know if I feel quite that strongly. Next chapter ending is whatever. Oh, come, you're still here? Fuck off. Jeez. Go. Alright guys, that's it. We'll call it there. You have a good night. Yeah, I mean, optimization wise maybe, but listen, at this point I'm just genuinely concerned about the game altogether, because it's been so long and we haven't seen any gameplay and that's scaring me. Yeah, alright, that's it. Bye boys. There's no girls here, I'm not even gonna say it. Bye.